Well, it looks like Angel Reese. Well, it looks like she's just been caught in what could certainly be taken as in a lie. All right? All these things that she says she has dealt with over the last year, all these encounters of racism.
Imagine this. Angel Reese sits down for a regular post-game interview after another big loss, this time to the New York Liberty. Cameras are on, reporters are paying attention, and then something unexpected happens. Reese says something that seems to totally go against what we've been hearing for weeks about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever fans. It's the kind of moment her PR team probably wishes never happened.
Angel Reese, the most coddled, babied professional athlete in all of sports, continues to be the most babied and coddled professional athlete in all of sports, continues to have her peers say, "You go, girl. You be unapologetically yourself. Don't worry how rude, how arrogant, and how disrespectful you are. Don't worry about all the lies that you perpetrate. Don't worry about that."
The WNBA says they found no proof of any racist comments at the Fever game. But what Reese just admitted on live TV might tell a different story. The real question is, what exactly did she say when she thought no one was really listening? If you support the Fever and don't believe Reese, drop a comment below saying, "I've got the Fever. Let's go."
Remember the guy that I guess was out there waiting for him supposedly, and when the team was coming out, and of course we saw footage of that, and there was nothing malicious to it whatsoever that anybody could see. And then of course the Indiana Fever fans were yelling racist things or making racist noises out around the court. WNBA did an investigation, found nothing.
The WNBA spent weeks looking into claims of racist comments during the Fever vs. Sky game, but their final decision didn't surprise anyone except maybe Reese and her fans. The league took the investigation seriously. They interviewed fans sitting near where it supposedly happened, spoke with staff from both teams, and even questioned arena workers. They also reviewed security footage from the game.
It is embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And the fact is that originally it's, oh yeah, you know, we're looking towards everything. Then they had to double down. They actually redacted this statement. They redacted a statement. They redacted the statement saying we're looking at everything, saying, no, we're actually not looking at most of the stuff. We're looking at a lie spread on social media that went viral. We are looking into a literal lie spread on social media that got spoken into fact. We're looking at a lie.
So what did the WNBA find after all that effort? Nothing. No evidence of racist behavior from Indiana Fever fans. Investigators watched hours of video, listened to audio from the game, and spoke to dozens of people who were there. Not one person could confirm that anything actually happened. And here's where it gets really interesting. Chicago Sky assistant coach Tyler Marsh admitted that the team didn't even know about any alleged racist incident until after the game, when they saw it on social media. Just think about that. The coach of the team that was supposedly targeted only heard about it from Twitter and Instagram.
Talk about investigation with the team is with an investigation. Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no room or space in our game for hate. So we're complying with everything that's going on.
Coach, when did you become aware that there was hate speech that happened?
I think when everyone else did. I think that it's something that we heard about, and so again, we're just forthcoming with anything that the league is able to do investigation-wise.
Not a single player from either team said they heard anything during the game. No coaches reported anything to the refs, and the officials didn't see or hear anything from the crowd that pointed to racist behavior. This entire controversy started from social media posts, with no video, no audio, just written claims. The Chicago Sky had no idea what people were talking about. Their players seemed fine during the game. No complaints, no signs of being upset, nothing mentioned to coaches. But somehow, Hours later, social media blew up with accusations that nobody at the game actually
Didn't think these things would be a topic this year. It's certainly not at this point, but here we go again.
Because now Indiana Fever players, all right, are getting called into question. Indiana Fever fans are getting called into question today. We got one post on here where somebody's literally calling, they're talking about there should be a boycott. That's what it really is, of the All-Star game over player safety.
Here's what really happened. Someone made a post on social media claiming they heard racist comments. Then others started sharing it. The story spread fast, and no one stopped to check if it was even true. Soon, major sports media were covering incidents that apparently never happened. If no one in the arena heard anything, if the security cameras showed nothing, and if players and coaches didn't know about it until social media blew it up, where did these claims even come from? The WNBA's official statement said the reports were not substantiated, which basically means it didn't happen. But what the league found during their investigation was just the beginning. Something even bigger was about to break.
The league is also taking a big L because there's no apologies to any fans whatsoever on this totally BS statement released by the WNBA. Yeah, you found nothing. That's great. That's accurate. Guess who told you would find nothing? The entire Indiana Fever fan base said you weren't going to find anything. But this league that has never turned a profit decided to accuse their own fans.
During what was supposed to be a normal media appearance, Angel Reese said something that totally went against the story we've been hearing. At first, she seemed relaxed, maybe a little too relaxed, leaning back like she was just talking with friends. But then, things shifted. A reporter asked her about the criticism she's been getting, and Reese's body language changed. She leaned forward and started speaking in a way that felt more real, less polished than her usual carefully prepared comments about being targeted by Fever fans.
Three-time BET Sports Woman of the Year, Angel Reese, says she doesn't pay attention to what folks say about her online because no one has ever said a negative word about her in person. Uh-oh. So, what have you been talking about for the last 17 or 18 months? Uh-oh. I hope she realizes she just admitted this and did so on camera with audio. Yeah, nobody's ever going to let her let this down now.
What came out of Reese's mouth next totally went against weeks of stories and headlines. She seemed to admit that nothing actually happened, that she's never even had a bad experience with a fan. She talked about how things get twisted online, and how people rush to judge without knowing the full story. The way she said it made it sound like she was admitting the whole controversy wasn't nearly as serious as people thought.
For you, Angel, tonight you were extremely efficient, played with a lot of poise and confidence tonight. For for all the scrutiny you do receive online and stuff of that nature, what kind of messages a game like this send to them, as well as just the kind of momentum that this can build for you throughout the season?
Yeah, obviously don't worry about what's going on online. I get so much love in person. I haven't ever had a negative encounter in person ever. And I've been going through this for 3 years. I've never had an encounter in person that was negative. So people online are behind a keyboard for a reason, and I don't worry about that stuff. I trust my work. My teammates trust me. And I was telling Milla today, like, she felt like she was having a rough day. And I was like, how many times have I had a rough day? And you pick me up. So don't get down on yourself. I know my teammates have my back, my coaches have my back, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to prove anything to anybody but myself and my teammates.
Second row on the left.
Angel, I know tonight was not as you expected.
Can I say something? This is
that's wild.